Okay, this is our first cooking show. This is Peter, my friend Peter. He knows all about food, so what we're gonna do is I'm probably just gonna pick up the camera, follow you around. You'll talk about what you're doing, get a good written recipe. We'll have that on the website. This will be something that we can refer to, and we'll have a beer and just have fun with it, and hopefully we'll end up with a 4.5 minute video. Here you go.
Cool. So this is the Tomahawk Steak. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put a dry rub on it. I made up my go-to dry rub. I'll put the recipe on the website. It's gonna go on the steak. You could use it for chicken. You could use it on pork. It's great on ribs. I have a cooler here, but I told John, I brought this steak out of the cooler about an hour ago to sit and get up to room temperature. That's what I do with my steaks. You don't want to put an ice cold steak on the grill. All right, so we got a nice steak. The grill's heating up. I'm gonna make a compound butter. Sounds fancy. You're gonna see how simple it is. I mean, this is just whatever you have in your garden. And a compound butter, all that means is a mixed butter. Key to it is salted. And you can get as fine as you want. I mean, I'm gonna keep this pretty coarse. So we're gonna do that. This is a great tool to have. It's a microplane. You can use it all the time. For cheese, we're just gonna take the zest of a little lemon. Some people say, oh, a little lemon and steak. Wait till you taste it. This can be used on anything. We're gonna make a little bread using the same stuff. So we have basic ingredients, this dry rub, this butter on the vegetables, and it's all gonna go on the grill. All right, so this is an Ichiban eggplant. It's a Japanese eggplant. The difference between this and your regular one is it doesn't have seeds and it has a lot less water. I'm just gonna cut them in half. See, there's no seeds in here. On a big eggplant, you're gonna see tons of seeds. Good. We'll marinate them right here. So I'm gonna use the same rub that we have on the steak. So olive oil, liberally, just spread them over. It's nothing fancy. And then these are gonna go on the grill. These grates are nice in that there's no way for these guys to slip through. Here's some peppers. We're never gonna mess with these things. I had these from my garden. We're gonna throw these on just as is. All right, so we're just gonna throw a little bit of aluminum foil over the bone. You don't have to do this, but it'll prevent it from getting burnt, and when you grab onto it, it won't be as hot. I'm gonna put this on the cool side of the grill to get going. This bone will prevent the grill from shutting completely, which I like. You want that char on eggplant. All right, let's take a look at the steak. Steak's been on for about 5 minutes. I'm not gonna mess with it here. Actually, no, we're gonna turn it over. Here you go. You see that? If I had that on high heat, we would have been burnt out. Here's the bread. I grilled this on the top level. Just some of that butter that we made, some olive oil, a little bit of salt. All right, let's take a look at our steaks. We've been cooking for about 10 minutes here. What I'm gonna do now is, here's a fat cap that runs along the back. Stand your steak up. Let it cook like this. We should get some flame here, because that's all fat. Again, if we were on the hot portion of the grill, we would have had a major flare up. But I like to keep the grill open for this and hold it, because it's definitely gonna fire up. Let me see if we're on fire. We're not, which is good. Hear that crack? That's good. All right, we're getting there. Here's how I learned it. You take your thumb, you take a fist, keep your hand open. That's rare. Close it a little bit, medium. Make a fist, that's well done. So we're in the rare stages in the center. That's exactly where we need to be. So I'm gonna turn off the heat over here, let this sit on the grill for about 2 minutes as we fire up the sear station to finish this thing off. I'm gonna put this on the sear station now. Super hot. Look at that nice, they call it the bark, the nice char that we have on the outside. So the steak is off, it's finished searing. I'm just gonna lightly tent it with tin foil. So before we tent it, I almost forgot, I'm gonna put a little of this compound butter on top of here. So we should have a nice char out here. There's really no wrong way to carve this. So that looks good. Actually, you could see a little of that smoke in there. So that's medium rare. And we're getting the medium rare as we get closer into the center. Look at the fat. That's why you buy a ribeye. If you don't like fatty steaks, don't get a ribeye. But to me, that's what makes a steak like this. That fat that marbles through. So we're gonna get a little more of the well done, crispy on the outside into the middle. I mean, it looks perfect. I always dust it at the very end with either salt or whatever you're using. We're using the dry rub here.
This has been my easiest day of work ever, I think.
That's good.
Wow.
What do you think?
That's unbelievable. Well, this is I think a great start to what should be something we try to do once a month. We'll have the video, get the recipe up. I mean, to me this is a little complicated, but this is your thing. But I'd like to shoot for something really good, and this is delicious.
That's good. I mean, again, if you just made the steak and you made the dry rub, you'd be hitting a home run. I mean, all the other stuff we just had growing in the garden, it's in season, and we used 5 ingredients minus a few extra herbs. So it's pretty simple, and that's the goal. Hope everybody enjoyed it. The steak was great, I have to say so myself.
This is going to be my favorite work day of the month,
There
I
you
think.
go. Cool.
All right. See you soon, guys.
Thank you.